If you want to achieve this petal sleeve and how it looks on this sweet gown, I would suggest you keep watching to the end because I explain everything in details, also how you can achieve this buff look here. So if this is something that you want, then keep watching. Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to making our petal sleeve. The first step is to trace out a new pattern using the sleeve tutorial that we used on our last video. Once you are done tracing it out and cutting them, the next step is for you to label them back and front sleeve. So once you are done, you fold the new sleeve pattern into two. Make sure they are all equal. Then the next step is to notch the center. Once you are done notching the center, the next step for you is to mark out your armhole line. Armhole line you can use where the curve ends. So as you all can see that I'm using a dotted line for this. Once you are done, the next step is to connect the midpoint or the middle point to the armhole. Another step is to trace out your hemming line or hemming allowance. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up, drop your comment down below. So another step is to cut out, taking your time to cut out the midpoint. Then you are going to stop at the armhole line. Don't pass it, then continue the cutting on the front side of the sleeve, leaving little inch. You can see what I did here. So don't drag it roughly and repeat the same process on the other side. So once you are done, the next step is to get a new pattern paper. Place the sleeve that you just slashed on the fresh pattern and start pinning them. Make sure that the hemming straight line are in place. Then here you will determine how wide you want your spread to be. So in this video, I used 4 inches, 2 inch for the front and 2 inch for the back. And on the armhole side, I used 1 inch for the spacing. Here that I'm pointing, I used 1 inch for it. So after you connect your spread lines, this slash and spread is what we are going to use for the sleeve folding to give it a off look. So once you are done and satisfied with the whole thing, now it's time for you to cut it out. Just take your time, cut them so that you will not make mistake. And please, when cutting, don't cut the sleeve that you use for your slash and spread. If you're an oldie and this is not your first time of seeing my videos and you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop your comments down below. Our next video will be how to cut a line shirt. So once you are done cutting it or tracing the new sleeve out, just unpin it. Unpin, mark out the spread lines and also the mid lines as well. You can see that I'm using different color of marker to differentiate. Then the next step is you notch on the new sleeve pattern. You can see here that I'm giving myself a big thumbs up. You are doing a great job. Remove your old pattern from the new one because the new one is what we are going to use for the petal. Then label your front sleeve side and your back side of the sleeve. So another thing you're going to do is to fold your hemming allowance. Make sure they are in place. Fold them in, make sure they are in place. So here you can determine also the length of this petal sleeve, the length of what you want for this petal sleeve. You can make it to be shorter, you can make it to be longer, depending on what you want. So here I am marking 3 inches additional, starting from that spreading slash and spread mark that we used before. Then make sure that your curve rule reaches 7 inches down, starting from the center. You mark 7 inches. Then once you are done, you use your curve rule starting from the 3 inches you marked out from the slash and spread line or slash and spread mark. Then you connect it using a curve dot. So once you are done, you trace it out. So remember the slash and spread is what we are going to use for the folding. So once you are done, the next step for us to do is to cut out another side of the sleeve. Then once you cut them out, make sure that the notch part, the center notch, they are facing each other. So this is how the sleeve looks like. So make sure that you have everything in place. You can reduce the length of the sleeve. You can do whatever you want, but make sure that your armhole is intact. Then once you make sure that everything is okay, you cut out or trim out the excesses that you have on the sleeve. Then once you are done, your petal sleeve has been created. You can as well pin them to give a test run of what you just did. Ta-da! And that is how our petal sleeve looks like. If you enjoy watching this video, give me a big thumbs up, drop your comments, subscribe, and then share. Love you guys. See you guys next time. Bye.